Hello again. I'm Margaret Stacey from the Capitol Theatre, and I have to tell you I cheated today. I told our guest that he was to wear his uniform from the city band and I would wear one of the old uniforms. However, I didn't do that. I have with me today Paul Gergely, all dressed up in his very best uniform from the city band. And Paul, thanks for coming. First of all, what are you? Are you a bandmaster, a conductor, a director? What do they call these guys?
I'm not sure. A music director, I guess.
Musical director. You're not called a bandmaster.
But I pack instruments and I pack music stands and anything that has to be done.
Gergely's moving in storage.
Yeah,
right. Back and forth from the Legion, which is, I think, where you practice.
That's right.
Anyway, Paul's here with me today because there's a very special concert coming up on the 24th, no, the 21st of June at 2 p.m. And I don't know, actually, have you given your concert a name?
We call it our Father's Day concert. Father's Day concert.
You need creative names at the Capitol Theatre. And the City Band, or the City of Nelson Concert Band, we're getting names down right here.
Whatever.
Okay, are presenting this show, variety show, I think. And Paul's here to tell us about it. So who's in the show?
Well, of course, the band will be featured for about 5 or 6 numbers, and we have the swing band, a 9-piece swing band, and we have Mary Audio doing some vocals, and Doug McDonald and Bob Caron, and the LVR choir. Basically, that's our people that are going to be at the concert, plus a few helpers in the swing group, you know, like June Dolman, Red Wasik.
Great lineup. Yeah. These guys are super. I remember, well, it's always been a source of sadness to me that these beautiful concerts that the City Band puts on are attended by, you know, maximum 200 people. And I think it's really important that people start looking at what they're doing, because these people are pros. We have some really good players in there. Who are some of your band members?
Well, we have Ron Monty, who's our president, and Harold Nuns, who used to be the secretary-treasurer of the school district, Ray Dory, who's our local bank manager, and we have young people. We have Jim Montgomery, and we have a total of 26 people. We've obtained some new members, 3, 4 from the school, and we have about 5 or 6 young Japanese students from the college attending, so hopefully they'll all be at the concert.
I think I've even seen our librarian in there with her flute.
Yes, Deb Thomas has been a great member. She's very busy with the library, and I think we're going to, as far as I know, we're supposed to help out with a concert on opening day, but I haven't heard any more about it, so we'll find that out in the next couple of days.
Sure, the library will need you guys to make lots of noise. But some of these guys, I want to say professional, but where did they learn to play?
Well, the older people would learn from musicians from community bands a long time ago, because they didn't have school bands in the old days. Like myself, I started out as with 25 young people in Revelstoke, and the bandmaster, of the community band, the local band, was instrumental in teaching us how to play, and that's how we got started, or how I got started anyhow. But the school program now develops a lot of young musicians. Unfortunately, a lot of them don't carry on in the community band, and they might drop it for quite a few years, and then some of them do come back.
I noticed your band is sometimes peopled with band teachers.
Yes.
And you've got a couple of those guys. I've
seen
Bruce Hunter blowing things.
Right. We've been very fortunate in the last couple of years to ask these area band directors for assistance, and they've been very great in helping us out, because it kind of fills up the band, and they're all excellent musicians themselves, so they really don't need a lot of rehearsal time. Some of them will just come to one rehearsal and fit right in quite nicely.
And Rick Lingard from Mount Sentinel's in there sometimes.
Rick's been a great guy, and we've had Brent Cross from Salmo, and Keith Todd from the Trafalgar Band, and Gail Elder from the Winlaw Band. Yeah, these guys are all great musicians.
Well, I understand you do your part with the kids too. You go up to Trafalgar. Where else do you sub there or anywhere else?
No, I do. I'm a noon hour supervisor up there, and so I do substitute teaching for the band up there too. So I'm quite familiar with a lot of the young people there. And
The last Trafalgar band concert, the opening piece, I think, with the grade 9 band, was conducted by Paul Gergely. My daughter, who was in that band, tells me they switch instruments before he comes, and they play different instruments on the days that Mr. Gergely's there. Is that
the
so?
only thing is Mr. Gergely knows that it's happening.
Okay, great.
But when you're subbing, you kind of let them have a little more leeway, and so as long as they're not being destructive on the instruments, it's fine. I don't mind it.
No, they're all
they've been
pretty
very
serious.
good. Yeah,
That's
they were
bad.
serious the night I conducted them, and I really enjoyed it. That was one of my highlights of my music career.
Well, they need sometimes a change of pace. They really enjoy different teachers, and you were fun for them to have. I know that from first-hand source. Okay. Some other things. What else does the band do during the year? I know you do this concert at the end of the year, which is...
Well, we're quite active at Christmas time. We'll play at Jubilee Manor, sometimes Willowhaven, and we get out a couple times on the street with Christmas carols. And last year was the first time we've done a Christmas concert, and hopefully we'll be able to do one again because it was well received. We don't do anything during the summer because we go from September through till July, and once the Canada Day celebrations are over with, then we kind of pack up for the summer and
So I think I
relax
first
a little
spotted
bit.
the city band at a Canada Day thing.
Yeah, you probably did. We'll be there. We'll be there again this year.
Rain or shine, right?
Yeah. Well, depends on how much rain.
What happens with wet instruments?
I don't know. If it's really pouring, I doubt whether we'll be in the open. We'll have to get under the hut over there at the barbecue pit.
Plastic,
We've done that before.
plastic green garbage
Yeah.
bags over your tubas.
That's right.
Things like that.
And we also we'll do local anything that anybody wants us at. If we can do it, we can get there. It's not always that easy when you got people working, and depending what time of the day it is too.
Well, they've all got other jobs and other pursuits and things like that. So
Yeah.
when does the band meet?
We meet Tuesday nights at the Legion, and I'd like to plug the Legion on this because they've been very good for the band.
God bless the Legion.
They donate the hall for our practice and storage space, and that's their contribution to the city band, and we really appreciate that. They're really cooperative. And
Yeah, the Legion, music does pour out of the Legion quite often. I can tell at the Capitol. I can tell the nights when the pipers are rehearsing.
Pipe band
and
does
then
it
when
on
the band's
Wednesdays.
rehearsing. So the Legion's a very musical place.
Yeah.
If you want to get a good concert on the side, just go out and sit on their lawn.
Yeah, our age group runs from 14 to say 70. I guess I'm just in a broad term.
You've got some kids from CIC too.
We've got about 5 or 6 students from the college there this year. Last year we only had the one, but this year so far, if they continue coming out, there could be 6 of them at the concert. We could have close to a 30-piece band come concert day. I'm not sure yet, but it's getting pretty close there. So
That's great. It's really nice to see the younger ones joining it when they can, I know. I want to know some history about this band, because when I came 11 years ago, the band was, well on its way. When did an official band start up in Nelson that you know of?
Well, I don't know. I would guess in the early 1900s, like 1904, 1911, somewhere in that area, there was a community band. We have an instrument, what they call the old sousaphone, down at the museum, which I believe the picture is dated of the band there around 1911.
And you weren't there, right?
I wasn't there then. No, not quite. But
When were you there?
well, I started. The Nelson band reformed again after a lull, I guess, in 1953. As a matter of fact, in the original Capitol Theatre. And there was a concert band from the Chilliwack Army Base that came and performed a concert to help get the band on its feet again. I was living in Castlegar at the time, so some of us musicians from Castlegar came over to help out the Nelson band get started. And in '56, I moved to Nelson and became a regular member. So the band kept on going for, with a few little ups and downs, with several changes in conductors over the, throughout the years. And
Who were conductors?
we had Norman Fishwick was probably our starter. He was the later became the director of the school program in Castlegar. As a matter of fact, Norman is still coming out and playing with us. He's in his 80s, playing trumpet. He's a great guy. And we've had Mr. Ed Barabelli and Bernie Riles. Bert Lashmar took the band over for a while. My brother had the band for a few years before he moved from Nelson. He was the band director up at LV. And then when he left, I took the band over for about 5-6 years. And then we kind of went into a bit of a lull, and I wasn't involved with the band for a period of time, and rejoined it in 1982. And the band got formed in '81 with a grant by the Rotary Club. That was their project for the year.
Good.
And this Rod McDonald and Ian Gower were the instrumentalists in getting this going. They gave us a grant, and we obtained Doug Glover as our band director.
Oh, that's right. I remember when I came down.
And Doug was a band director for, I guess, maybe 4 or 5 years. I'm not quite sure. And then he became ill and had his heart bypass, and that's when I ended up doing it again. And
Doug would come back and play once in a while
Doug
after his bypass.
Doug and I would switch back and forth and help each other out, and I'd play euphonium and he'd do a couple numbers. And
Well, I've got one question for you here.
Yeah.
What's your favorite stuff to play? 'Cause
my favorite stuff and all the music is Dixieland.
Really?
I love Dixie
Dixieland.
blues and swing music, and of course concert band. I like doing overtures, musicals, and novelty numbers. I'm not crazy about marches. and you know, notice in the last few years we really
I've had fewer marches.
fewer marches.
More Dixie.
Well, it's to me it seems like the band gets a little bit of a stigmatism from years gone by that all community bands do is play marches, and we haven't done too much marching.
No,
And
they do a lot more sitting, I noticed.
we don't do any marching at all as far as that's concerned. If we are in a parade, we sit on a truck, and that's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to blow, a lot easier for walking.
Sitting on a truck.
Right.
Yeah, I
But
guess.
you know, we got to the point that we had a lot of older members in the band there, and you know, some of them were like Bert Lashmar and Ted Baker were in the band, and you know, these people were getting on, and it was tougher to play, and it's tough to play on the march as it is at the best of time, regardless of how old you are. And when you get a few years on your belt, then it's tough to play. So we just decided that's it. We'll just
Sit down.
sit down and do a better job of it.
Well, I'm really glad that the band is striking up its Dixie, at the Capitol right now, and I want you all to come and
Yeah.
see it on Sunday, June 21st at 2 p.m.
Can I give you
Oh,
a little rendition of what, you know,
You got-
idea what we're
you
going to
brought your
play?
horn?
No, but I'm going to let you know what we're going to do at the concert. Is that all right?
Well, let's have it. Oh, yeah,
Okay, you got
perfect.
time?
Yeah.
Okay. The band itself will be doing about 6 numbers, and we'll do a musical called South Pacific and a clarinet solo by Jim Montgomery. We have a novelty number called the Instant Concert. In a 3-minute time period, we will play probably 30 different tunes. Some of them are only 2 to 3 bars long, but there's about 30 tunes in there.
Guess the tune.
Toccata for band is going to be our feature number. It's a kind of a difficult overture, and then we're going to do a first for our band. Where we're going to play Company Mariadia, and she's going to sing Londonderry Air,
Oh,
and that's the
okay,
first
I'm all
for us.
crying.
Yeah. So, and then the swing band's going to do about 4 numbers.
Yeah.
Body and Soul, Blue Skies. Bob Karan, who also is going to play the guitar, is going to do a vocal on Moonglow.
Love that guy's voice.
Yeah, he's a great singer.
Love that guy.
Yeah. And we'll finish off with Glenn Miller tune called String of Pearls, which I'm sure everybody knows. And we'll have a couple of vocals with Mary. I think she has a couple people that are going to do something with her, Glenn McGinnis. And I'm not sure what the lady's name that's going to accompany her on piano.
Okay.
They do a lot of work with the Broader Horizons and whatnot.
And of course, June Dolman.
June will be in the swing band, and Red Wasik, who's always great on the bass fiddle,
Yes.
is going to be there too. And we've asked Doug McDonald, who's our Citizen of the Year, to come and sing a short highlight version of If I Were a Rich Man from the Fiddler and the
All
Roof
right.
Collection. So we were trying to take advantage of his high profile right now. And,
Yes, he's finding everybody's...
And then the choir will be our feature group, the LVR jazz choir and classical choir combined under Bruce Hunter, which recently performed at their high school concert. They're an excellent group.
Oh, I know they are.
So
I'm
I
waiting
think
for
it's
my child to come back
I
from
think it's a
Germany
nice variety anyhow. So we're hoping that we get a nice crowd, because we need some more money for uniforms. Our attendance, our band has increased in a few numbers, and we only have 20 jackets, and about 4 or 5 of them are...
Aren't they gorgeous?
Yeah, thank you. So 4 or 5 of them are a little on the large size, so we need some new jackets for the younger people, and we need to raise some more money.
And there's some wonderful door prizes at this show, so y'all come along. I'm going to say goodbye to Paul because I've got another guest on right now. So June 21st at 2 p.m. See you at the Capitol.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul. Hello again. I have to tell you about some of the neat events that are going on at the Capitol Theatre, starting up pretty soon. On Wednesday, July 8th at 7:30 p.m., the Tramway concert is happening. Again with Doug McDonald, who else, and many friends. The Cat's Paw, I'm really completely out of order here, I've got things all over the map, but the Cat's Paw play with Richard Robury and friends continues this weekend at the Capitol Theatre. There's an annual Memorial Jazz Festival, which has become a tradition in memory of Andrew Inglis and now Bob Eddy and other musicians who've passed on Sunday, July 19th at 8 p.m. And then watch also for The Fisherman and His Wife on August the 1st with Children of Nelson, probably about 60 of them, 2 shows, 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock. And then the finale of the summer will be Godspell with very talented Kootenai students who've been training for the summer at the Capitol Theatre Summer School. And you should watch for the great big red head that you'll see on display at the Capitol pretty soon. I have with me Heather Hutchinson of Express Events and a number of other organizations too. But she's bringing a really special event to the Capitol on, I've got to get the right date. It's Wednesday, June 24th at 8 p.m. It's the Heather, over to you.
Here we are. Okay. It's the second annual talent search contest. We're sponsoring it again this year in conjunction with the Pacific National Exhibition. And for those of you who don't know out there, it's basically a talent contest for the young people in our area from the ages of 13 to 21. The winner of this contest wins a trip to Vancouver and $100 in cash, and gets to compete in the Pacific National Exhibition contest August 29th to September the 4th. So that in a nutshell, what it's about. It's a variety show of probably our best talented youngsters in the whole area.
So what's the lineup so far this year? Who's entered? Tell us what we've got to look forward to.
I think I've got about 15 people signed up so far. I've got a band called the Dead Faculty. I've got, I've got a whole list of names here. I'm sorry, I can't remember you all out there, but I've got a classical guitar player, I've got female soloists, I've got dance people, I've got skipping rope people, I've got more a trumpet soloist. Maybe it's got a big variety of youthful talent out there. We're really looking forward to this one this year. Last year was the first year that we tried it out, and the winner from here, those 2 young girls doing a number called Hopscotch. They went on down to the PNE in Vancouver, and they won second prize.
Well, for you out there, I have to tell you, I was sitting on the adjudication team. Right. And after these 2 little girls come out, they're about 12 years old, and they've got kind of clown tartan. I think that's the best way to describe it. And they did this absolutely superb piece of teamwork. And I'm sitting beside guys who only, like Donnie Stewart is an adjudicator who's into bands and music and that kind of thing. And he says, wow, I've never seen anything like that before, but wow. These little girls. And then they went on and won and won and won.
Yeah, no, they did really well. So this year we've got a representative from the PNE coming up because she knows this is a hot area for youthful talent, right? And so it'll be good, it'll be fun. We've got 3 different adjudicators this year.
Who are your adjudicators?
I don't know if I should tell you or
Why
not.
not? Come on.
Well, I've got 2 from the Selkirk Music College.
Great, yeah.
And Judith Stein, who organized it last year. So people who know about entertainment and show business, but I have to tell you this, that you, the audience, are also going to be judging, because we do have a prize for the best audience favorite. So it's not going to be, how loud you applaud and scream and yell, because at this event it's also a very youthful audience that comes out. But it's going to have ballots. So you mark who your favorite is, and whoever the audience favorite is wins $50. So that's pretty good. And a couple of other prizes. Oliver's Books is making a donation of a gift certificate. And we've got a prize from Stanley Bakers. And I've got another prize there too.
I think I can probably arrange for the Capitol to do a couple of tickets to Godspell as a prize too. I'd probably do that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
would you like to? Okay,
I
sure.
didn't ask. Youth to see other youth doing their thing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's a great start for them, because it's not very often there's a lot of older people in town who give their eye teeth to perform on the Capitol stage, and so it's a great opportunity here for them to sort of test their wings a bit, and just get out there and do it. So I hope you can all come out. The ticket price is $5, which includes GST. Not very expensive for a really fun night of entertainment, and I think it will be a fun night, because there's a certain kind of air of excitement about the audience, and tension, and who's going to be the winner and all that kind of thing.
Well, if I remember correctly, last year there was a decided air of excitement because they had to wait an awfully long time to get decisions from us who were closeted up in the office.
Right, yeah. No, it's quite
because it was a really hard decision. Those kids are so good, all of them, and well loved by their corner of the audience.
Yeah, that's right.
And the parents are in there praying, and it's really quite something.
Yeah.
I'd much prefer this kind of thing to something like a sweetheart contest, one of those things. I'm really pleased and proud that Nelson does this kind of thing rather than the most beautiful girl contest, although they have to show their talent too. But this is the focus of it. Your skills. Yeah.
That's right. It is your performing ability, your skills, your performing ability, your rapport with the audience, your professionalism, even though you're an amateur. And I've been telling the young people that come in, sort of like, if you make a mistake, don't worry about it, because it's how you deal with it that's the test in a way. So it's going to be fun.
Well, there wasn't any problem gathering an audience for these people last year too, because of the fans and supporters, and a lot of the teenagers are out there too.
Oh, sure.
But we'd like to see a really, really full house for these kids, because they work so hard to get. And they're all so skilled. I'm astonished at the level of skill in this community. Mm-hmm. And
it's a very talented, creative community, and so our youth are going to be the same way too. And I think we should encourage that. Mm-hmm. Can I add one more thing? Can I add a rumor?
Go ahead.
Nothing, nothing to do with this talent contest, but I'll be able to let you know details further on. But big name here. At this point, we're negotiating with Chris Christopherson to come in July and have a sort of an intimate night with the songwriter and singer. You might know him also as a performer and as a movie star and
a Rhodes Scholar.
And a Rhodes Scholar and all of this, but he's also a singer. That's where he's started, and he still does it. And so I think about the middle of July, we could possibly see Chris Christopherson on the Capitol Theatre stage.
Do you think you could arrange this so that the minute I come back from Germany, it'll happen, not when I'm... just don't do it till after the 14th, please.
I think it's going to be before then, Margaret. I'm sorry.
Oh, all right, my hero.
Yes, well, anyway. So that's a rumor, and that's to be confirmed, and by the end of this week, I'm pretty sure we should know what's going on with that.
Great.
So.
Well, somebody tell me all about it.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, you'll hear all about it, I'm sure.
Meanwhile, because I'm away, Karen Agnew is going to return from time to time to sit here and do some interesting looks at Nelson's theatre scene, and actually she'll be watching the progress of Godspell and the Children's Theatre. And Godspell has really taken off. It's going to be a wonderful show. I have to brag a little bit about something I'm doing here, Heather.
All right,
And
go right ahead.
Paul Kershaw is coming from Cranbrook to direct them, and Francis Lamb will be the musical director and pianist for the show.
Yeah.
And we have a team of the most talented young people from both sides of the Kootenays, 5 or 6 from Cranbrook. Still looking for some billets for a couple of the Cranbrook kids. And they are going to knock your socks off.
Oh, I'll bet.
So anyway, that's me bragging. You bragged, I didn't.
That's right. We're allowed, yeah.
So Heather, thank you very much. And of course, we'll see you all at the Capitol pretty soon. Don't forget the talent show and the City Band's concert, Father's Day concert. Thank you very much. See you soon.